across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They go play action with Wilson. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now Lance's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 77 yards. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Play action. Now Wilson. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. picked off right around the 43. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense. And now this is intercepted, my goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Down. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be up to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. A handoff, Barkley running left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Wilson. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long...
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play fake. Lance. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Von Miller, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Lance. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Off of play action, here's Lance. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Lance and company going on 4th down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal. They go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Third and 2, now Wilson. He dumps it off to Barkley. Still shedding tackles. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's going to take another shot here. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And the Giants send out their punter now. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Lance now to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Lance. Complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he's able to get in there and make a great play.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Yes. A great play there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And Washington able to make this a close game again. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the 2nd half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Open man is Kirk, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Now Lance. Here's a diving catch right side. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now they try the right side here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the 1st by a few yards. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 16, Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big.
And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they can.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Now Saquon Barkley, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chase Young able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The drive starts with a completion left side. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Lance. Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Flush to his right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Washington on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Lance going to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Play action, now it's Lance. Past the 20. 5, touchdown, Washington. DJ Chark, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here pulled in by Galladay.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Wilson's throw caught by Tony. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And some room to work. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way, because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Wilson wants to throw it. Flushed out right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Accelerating, and off he goes. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and they're a point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Hands it off out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action.